Oh no, New York has a budget crisis. I guess socialism isn't working. Well, we can talk about that. Stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome to Noise Breaks. Zohran Mamdani made an amazing statement about how they are at a critical, historical budget crisis in New York City. Apparently, socialism doesn't work. Let's break into this in just a moment. Before we do, let me tell you about my friends over at Neutronics Labs. All you need to do is go to neutronicslabs.com/Chad. Use promo code Chad, get an extra 10% off. NUTRONICS labs.com/Chad. Men, oh, your testosterone it drops at an alarming rate. Lifestyle, diet, environmental toxins, all that stuff's driving it. And you got fatigue, diminished strength, low libido, mood swings, no vitality. Well, you know what? Men's Edge from Neutronics can fix all that. Help you fight back on all of it. Fenugreek, IGF-1, NO2, a lot of other powerful ingredients to help support healthy testosterone levels. Naturally, clinical research shows that fenugreek alone can increase testosterone by up to 46%. Unlike traditional pills and powders, Men's Edge delivers up to 98% absorption. That's because every ingredient actually works. Even Roy Jones, look at him. Doesn't he look so good there? Look at Roy Jones Jr. and Frank Stallone have made it a part of their daily routine to stay at the top of their game. Right now, sign up for AutoShip. Save an extra 50% on every order, plus get a free bottle of IGF-1 plus 300,000 with Long Jack. That's a serious offer for serious results. NeutronicsLabs.com/Chad. Use promo code Chad. Get an extra 10% off. All right, Zohran. Let's just see what he had to say here. Okay, Zohran Mamdani, ladies and gentlemen, speaking.
New York City faces a budget crisis of a historic magnitude. We inherited a deficit larger than any since the Great Recession. Years of mismanagement and chronic underbudgeting, alongside a structural imbalance between what New York City sends to the state and what we receive in return, have taken a toll. We cannot close this deficit with savings alone. We need new revenue. And we need a structural reset in our relationship with the state. That is the only way to meet our legal obligation to pass a balanced budget, and to do so without imposing a financial burden onto the backs of working people. I'm glad to partner with Speaker Menon as we call upon Albany and deliver a balanced budget. Together, we are extending the executive budget deadline from this coming Friday until May 12th, because
All right. Let's stop all the nonsense, Zohran. Look at you. I mean, no way, no possible way. The whole spend everything, promise more, give everybody free stuff. Again, we're just going to hope the vibes are going to cover the gap. It didn't hold up under the actual math, did it, Zohran? That's why the woman standing next to you's got to check the notebook, stop the presses. Zohran Mamdani, Democratic Socialists, we can't close this deficit with the savings alone. We need new revenue. Oh, you don't say. Why do you people vote for morons like this? The grand strategy of lighting money on fire and calling it compassion has officially hit the part where the fire department sends you the bill. We can't close this with savings. Translation, we have absolutely no intention of spending less. That was never on the table. That was never even in the building. We were just going to grow money trees, cut spending. No, they weren't going to cut spending. No, trim bureaucracy. No, don't be ridiculous. Admit you overbuilt a system that eats money like a wood chipper? Absolutely not. No, you're just going to campaign on promises you couldn't keep. Because socialism under any moniker does not freaking work. And you people are gullible enough to keep voting for it. Give us more. That's what it says. Give us more. Give us more. It's like watching a dude at the buffet go back for his 9th plate and then stand up and say, I regret nothing, but someone else needs to pay for this. We need a structural reset, Mamdani says. Oh, okay. A structural reset, which means it's somebody else's fault. I mean, that sounds so sophisticated. Sounds like you got charts and graphs and a think tank somewhere with people wearing glasses and nodding about everything you're saying, Zohran. But let me translate it into plain English for the rest of us commoners. This thing is breaking, so we're going to change the rules so it can keep on breaking just longer and drug out more, and it's going to happen still at your expense. That's all it is. Because here's the reality. This isn't a surprise. This is not some unforeseen black swan event. This is not a meteor hitting the financial system in New York City. This is exactly, I'm going to say it slow. I'm going to say it slow because people are dumb. This is exactly what happens when you build an entire economic model on the idea that the government can outspend reality. You create programs faster than you create productivity. There's no free buses. There's no free nothing. You make promises faster than you generate growth. You expand the system faster than the system can sustain itself. See, that's the problems of socialism. Until you hit the wall, you can make all the promises you want until you hit the wall. And when you hit the wall, you got two options. Number one, you admit you were wrong, you shrink the system, and you let reality reset things the hard way. Or number two, Zoran, you pretend the wall isn't there and you start charging people more tolls in order to drive into it. Guess which one they're going to choose? Guess which ones they're going to choose? And I'm going to get docked on this because people are going to say you're just being mean. Okay, well I'm going to be mean. You know which one they chose? The new revenue. He's all polished up. This is the polished way of saying we're coming for more of your money and we're going to act like it's your fault that we need it. And you know where it gets even funnier? Because the people who have the means, they leave. They leave town. The businesses relocate. The high earners move. Opportunity. Oh, God, I wish I could find the guy who told me, I think I'll stick around for the extra 2%. Opportunity packs up and heads out somewhere where it's not beaten like a piñata. And you know what you do? You know what you do then? You turn to the people who can't leave. That's right. Hello, middle class. Hello, working class. Hello, blue collar. Hello, waiters, waitresses, service industry staff, people who are already stretched so thin, trying to keep up, already doing the math at the kitchen table, wondering why every freaking thing costs more than their paycheck doesn't stretch into. And and the answer is, hey, we need a little bit more from you. We need to squeeze that tit. We need a little more milk. Of course they do, because the system doesn't correct itself. There's no structural change. The system feeds itself. The blob feeds the blob. It grows, it expands, it promises, it consumes. And when it runs low, it doesn't shrink. It goes on the hunt. And the wildest part for these predators is the fact that we predicted it. And you didn't listen. None of it's new. None of it's groundbreaking. We knew what was coming. People have been saying this forever. You can't build a sustainable system on endless spending and forced redistribution without consequences. And people, they got mad at me. How dare I? How dare I call this out? I am not being Christian. I'm being mean. I should go read my Bible. Okay, fool. You can delay those consequences. You can disguise those consequences. You can vote for those consequences, but you can't escape those consequences. You know why? Oh, you want to get biblical? It's called sowing and reaping. You reap what you sow. Math is undefeated. It does not care about your ideology, does not care about your intentions, does not care how many likes your policy gets on social media, because it just sits there and it waits quietly, but it waits. And then one day it shows up like the bouncer at closing type and says, all right, everybody, you're done. Get out. You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here. And you know what? You can't stay here. You can't live in this budget crisis. No. What Zoran Mamdani just gave you was a confession. It's a confession. That's the moment where his fantasy met the ledger. You saw her open the notebook. That's the point where all the promises. Let me show it to you again. I just want to show you. Let me just show you again right here. Oh, look at her. She's gonna show you. Let's get her back to her notebook right there. Oh, wait. Oh, but, yep. Look at there. Oh, see. Yeah. See, that's what happens. All the promises he made. They finally got introduced to the bill. And instead of saying we need to change course and I was wrong, no, we need more money. That's the plan. Because once you build a system that depends on taking more, it can never admit that it needs less. Because that would require accountability. That would require some humility. That would require actual leadership. And that's not what this is, Zoran. This is the predictable end of a predictable path. I'm sitting here in a cowboy hat. People can call me a fool, and yet here we are proving the point. You were told it would happen. You were warned it would happen. You watched it happen. And now that it has happened, they're going to ask you to pay for it. Thank you. Go over to watchchad.com. That's where all the fun stuff is. Go over on shopbeforethenoise.com as well. I don't think I got a lower third that I can give you. Yeah, producer hasn't picked one of those to put in here. But anyway, go hit like, hit subscribe, and share this where you can, because let's make fun of the stupid that's out there. Yeah, let's do that. Don't forget my friends at neutronicslabs.com/Chad. Use promo code Chad, save an extra 10%, and get 50% off on the auto ship. Whoo, boy, howdy. Good luck, New York. Good luck to all of us, man. What a mess. All right, till next time, tune in for Before the Noise every morning, 7 Eastern, Monday through Friday, as well as for the Chad Prather Show and these noise breaks throughout the week. I love you. God bless you. And I guess I'll talk to you next time. Bye.